Breaking news of this hour, which is the former French President François Hollande essentially telling a scribe in France that it was the Indian government who had actually proposed the name of Reliance Defence, and that is how things had progressed. But let me take this across to someone who's not just giving us a political reaction, but will help us understand what is it that the Congress party is now raking up at this moment. Former Finance and former Home Minister Mr. Chidamabaram joins us right here on ET Now. This is a statement that comes in the middle of this controversy. The Congress party obviously playing this up, and you have tweeted essentially saying that this is yet another lie gets exposed in the government. Mr. François Hollande has only said that the name was proposed by the government. They have nowhere said that the government imposed that name. He has nowhere essentially referred to the fact that the government said this name was necessary to be taken. Your quick reaction, sir.
Government's reaction so far has been, we had nothing to do with the choice of the offset partner. Now it's exposed that the government did propose a name. The question that I've asked for the last 2-3 weeks is, why didn't government propose a name of HAL? All right. Why didn't government propose HAL's name along with a few other names? HAL had a work-share agreement with Dassault. For some reason, that negotiation could not be concluded. All right. The new government concluded a deal with Dassault and the French government. But why didn't you persuade, suggest, cajole, nudge, or use whatever word? Why didn't you propose the name of HAL? And if after that Dassault had weighed the merits of A versus B versus C and rejected HAL, that's a different matter. But it's clear that the government HAL. It is also clear from President Hollande's statement that the government did propose another name. Now that another name has been selected, and President Hollande says we have no choice. We had no choice. Now, why is the government lying for the last several weeks? The question now is, more than the fact, it is the cover-up of the fact. Yeah.
But Mr. Chidamabaram, you know, while the Congress party and the statement coming in from the former French president does say that, but I also have a defense spokesperson's reaction to this entire controversy, and if I may quickly read that out to you verbatim, the defense spokesperson has very categorically said that the report is under examination, it's being assessed, and it is reiterated that neither the government of India nor the French government had any say in the commercial decision. At this point in time, India's defense establishment is essentially contradicting a statement that's coming in from the former French president, because they are saying it's Dassault Aviation that went ahead and signed the deal. It wasn't talks between two sovereigns.
The government has been called out so many times. For example, they were called out when the defense minister said she had no knowledge that the French side had chosen a particular offset partner. On the very same day, foundation stone was laid in Nagpur at a function in which the French defense minister and the Indian roads and transport minister participated, along with the chief minister of Maharashtra. So what is the credibility of this government? Every time it's been called out. It was called out again when the defense minister instructed the defense secretary to reveal the price of the aircraft. And then they explained by saying, I only wanted him to reveal the basic price. I mean, how many times can this government been called out? And now President Hollande has called them out. Well, let's see what new lie they'll come up with. Okay, all right, thank you.
Okay, so that's the statement coming in from the former finance and former home minister. If he's still with us, I'd like to take up a follow-up question. If he's hung up, then I'd like to hand it over back to Ruchi in the studios, because this is an explosive statement, like we've been telling our viewers, really coming in from François Hollande, then French president, who had negotiated. Okay, Mr. Chidamabaram, if you're still there, can you take a quick last question on this? Is the entire controversy on the Rafale deal really boiling down to this very point? who got Reliance Defence in and who ousted HAL? Is it all boiling down to this, beyond the price of aircraft, beyond 126 versus 36, beyond all of that? Is it really boiling down to who got the private sector player in, a company that was incorporated 12 days before the deal was signed, and who ousted HAL? Is that the big bone of contention for the Congress party? Is he still with us? Okay, no. So that is, so I mean, just to sum this up, this is really the big bone of contention. Who got HAL out and who put Reliance in? There are figures and facts out there that tell you that Reliance Defence was incorporated 12 days before the deal was signed. Now, how significant is this statement? This is explosive. This does change a lot of things and a lot of contentions that the government has been saying and maintaining so far. This is an interview that Francois Hollande has given. In fact, remember, there were allegations that the ADAG group was also instrumental in some sort of a way to produce a motion picture that involved members of his family. And now he's stating for the record that they had no choice. The name was referred to and was proposed by the Indian government. This does change the picture significantly, and we've got the voices that matter on that story. It's back to you in the studios, Richie, to take things forward.
All right, Supriya, many thanks for getting in all those details. Supriya Srinath, our executive editor, there speaking with the former finance minister, Chidamabaram, on those comments coming in by the former French President Francois Hollande on the Rafale deal. This is definitely going to open a lot of can of worms, especially between the BJP as well as the Congress with respect to the Rafale deal. With that, it's a wrap on this edition of India Now. Many thanks for watching.